Hello, my humble viewers, and welcome back. And this is your humble host, Josh24214. And today, usually on a good, happy Friday, or a Friday morning, or a Friday afternoon, a new chapter of My Hero Academia comes out. But this week, on February 22nd, Horikoshi's on break, so I had to do something to fill in that gap. So yeah, today we're going to be tackling one of the big arcs. Big arcs. We're going to do from the beginning of an arc all the way to the end. And I'm a little worried that this may not go well, but hey, it's one of my many favorite arcs in this series. So, yeah, we're going to be tackling the UA Culture Festival arc that starts from chapter 169 and chapter, let me see here, 183. So that's as far as we'll go. And there were multiple choices, like going into the side story of My Hero Academia, illegals, and maybe tackling an entire different series altogether with One Piece into its more current storyline. And I was hoping, but hey, not many much people voted. So UA Culture Festival. So we start out with chapter number 169, and right on the first page we get a huge splash page, being a bit of a reference to I think Marvel Comics, and with Uraka in her costume having more gear than usual. So it's always nice having a full splash page for the front cover. Mostly front covers these days in current comics aren't that very memorable or anything, not like the stuff from the back in the Golden Age and the Silver Age and the big events during those days. So we jump in, and to get into context, this happened um, after two little mini arcs that they do set up like a small, like one of them only sets up one major arc, and it's not very that insignificant, those two. But before that is the big arc that is going to be adapted into season 4, and I'll try my best for my anime fans who watch this show. I will tell you now that I will may spoil the arc of season 4, and if you do not want to be spoiled, I may or may not bring up certain events if I need to, because I would have to get into backstory, but it would take us all day getting through that arc. So we start out with Pinky just being her normal self, saying, look, look over there, it's lively." And Pinky's just dancing around, breaking down, and oh my god, break break dance. Dancing is her hobby, huh? If her skirt slips off, oh god. And so we cut away to Aoma and Mineta, and Mineta's talking about how fast Pinky's going. You could see, yeah, you could definitely see up her skirt, but still gross. And then we simply go to, it's just a basic class of class 1A. So Midoriya's talking. Ashido current body movements take inspiration from dance. How should I put it? It's a state of movement where your entire body is being used. Don't forget the steam buns and I cooked at the first battle training. And Invisible Girl's just pounding away Mineta. I should try it too. Could you teach me? And everybody's just asking Piggy if they want to learn how to dance. Okay, boy, let's dance. Yes, ma'am. And we just see Aoma, Midoriya, and Piggy just dancing. Seto's sweets are also great, though. It's great that you maintain this active hobby during our hero training. Such strength. And we get a mini panel of Earphone Jack and oh, creativity or something. They'll probably bring it up. Though if and Charge Bolt's just talking to Earphone Jack. Though if we're talking about hobbies, Jiro is pretty impressive too. Hey, stop it! Actually, the room of yours looks like a music store. That beyond the scope of just a hobby. And yeah, we get a flashback to the dormitories that yeah, Earphone Jack is a music fanatic. Hey, enough already, okay? Don't you guys remember the room ring? Nah, that's gotta be a music pro's room, right? How often do you practice? Do you seriously? And Earphone Jack's threatening Chargeable with getting stabbed. And that thing has stabbed a person's eye before, and she meant it. And school's just about to start. What did? And then and class starts, and Aizawa's still in his sleeping bag, being hilariously. We're having a culture festival in a like a 2/3 splash zoom in Aizawa, and everybody's just hearing saying, "So school like," and we get into a bit of conversation with Frobby and Aizawa. Sensei, have you been to Erie's today? Ah, that. Let's table that matter. Culture Festival. The school's like stuff has come. Let's decide on what we're gonna do, and everybody's so excited. Is it really okay for us to be so carefree at the point in time? Cousin Nora, you've changed, huh? But it's valid, isn't it? Especially during this pro- proliferation of villains period. That's an excellent point. However, UA does not resolve around the hero department. If the aesthetic festival is sponsored by the hero department, then the culture festival is in the domain of the other departments. The levels of exposure isn't compared, but to them it's exciting festival. So we get into three of the other three Department of Management, the General Education, and Department of Support. Moreover, the truth of the matter that there is a considerable number of students who are stressed out from daily activities of Hero Department and its new boarding system. And we and Red Riot just talks. Since you put it that way, I really don't have anything else to say. And we're back to Zaisawa again. That's also why you shouldn't apologize so easily. And there's a bit of editor's note. The word apologize here refers to the Japanese custom of apology followed by a reconclusion, i.e., Kazurama's behavior. This year will be different from past years. Part of the staff will be cut, and the Culture Festival will only occur within the school. I've already said we're not the main drives of this event, but as the rule of each class has to pick one program, and here the program refers to the theme of a class chooses to execute. Today we'll be deciding on that. Oh, give me a sec. Uh, Ida's just, and now Ida's talking. Please allow me, Class 1A representative, to facilitate some progress. I will try my best to narrow down ideas smoothly. First, let us pick some possible themes. Those with suggestions, raise your hands. Pretty much everybody. And I don't know what that's all about. Big puff of smoke just pops out of nowhere. God, what a fast change in attitude. No, I'll keep the class in order no matter what. And me just get Chargebolt's first suggestion. Culinary. Let's do a maid cafe. Maids a service theme? Huh, not bad. Well, and we see the pictures of the girls in maid outfits, and it's pretty much tame. And the next is Mineta. That's too tame, Kalinari. Mineta-kun? A titty bar! I don't think they would never allow that, man. I mean, that is just too far. And as his punishment for that statement of the titty bar, Froppy just puts Mineta in a bag, ropes him around with rope, and just keep him hanging up there. Is there even any weight here? And Sugar is just like, what? And Uraka? A mochi shop. And one by one we see Red Riot's arm wrestling competition to that's fetishy. Invisible Girl's suggestion of a haunted house, a Japanese magazine in the 70s, would trigger its own subculture. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it must be interesting. And Sugarman saying Creep House, a grab and go food theme. Perfect. Dancing, Pinky said, Flashy. A petting zoo. Petting zoo. And oh god, I can't remember. And oh god, bird person. I don't care. A banquet for students of the darkness. Ho ho ho. And Bright Lord, my glittering show, huh? A and Earphone Jack saying, short play or something. Gotcha. And Chargeball's just looking at her. Well then, anything else? And we see on the board everybody suggestions. I and we see them all like the maid cafe, the arm wrestling, the haunted house, the toy store, banquet for students of the dark, dance, titty bar. They still put it there? They should have just crossed it out right away. Short play, a local history research preparation, murder fest, death match. Probably from. That's probably not Midoriya, but yeah, we all know who did that. Petting suit, fried octopus house, Asian cafe, martial arts performance, study hall, hero quiz. It's probably Midoriya. Made handmade soba house, my glittering glitter show, frog music chorus, creep house. I think that covers the suggestion from everybody. I'm going to erase all the ones that are inappropriate or unrealistic and the ones that I don't really understand. Ah, how ruthless, huh? I wasn't asking you to begin with. Local history research presentation sounds pretty boring. That's that's whatever, but pretty much anything else would be more fun. I agree. Yeah. Don't defy the common conscious. We already have so many study hall sessions. If only I were more useful. I'm going to combine the food themes into one, okay? Won't soba and creep clash though? Creeps. Oh, you mean the pastries? That's what it meant. Okay. That's why I said creeps don't belong in any Asian food theme. Be quiet. Let's do the haunted house then. Be quiet. We weren't able to narrow it down, huh? And the class is ending with ding dong, ding dong. This was a pointless meeting in the end, huh? Make a decision by tomorrow morning. In the event that you can't decide, we'll have a public lecture. And yeah, and we cut back to the dorms. Where can I find some Where can I find some kind of a hint? If you like this comment, subscribe to our channel now. And he's just watching YouTube videos. Where's the intern group and Bakugo? Oh, that was Bakugo's deathmatch idea. That makes sense. Supplementary classes. They said they can't really participate in the discussion, so they'll go along with whatever we decide. And Bucka goes asleep. Oh, never mind. Now that I've tried to settle down and rethink all regarding what Sensei said about the other department's stress, I think we should come up with a design plan that would assess them in letting off some steam. Is that true, isn't it? That's true, isn't it? Students appears aspirating to be heroes shouldn't have to go through so much stress, with the crazy stuff that's been going on at this point. If that's the case, frankly, I don't think UA students familiar with lunch rushes cuisine should attempt a theme based on food. So you're saying no food related themes. That's my personal opinion, but if we're thinking of it as a service in the other to the other departments, then you put it that way. I guess you're right. We should be a huge disservice to them if we were only selecting a theme based on our desires. And it's a bit discouraging, but Lunch Rush would be hard to watch. Well, then, what if we did something more festival like? Like a maid cafe, petting zoo, haunted house. The petting zoo is kinda unsanitary, isn't it? We need something to let off some steam. How about the short play idea? An amateur level play surely won't add any stress. Everyone's getting into dance would be fun. Wouldn't dancing be a good idea? And Shinzo brought that up. What an unexpected supporter. 1 second. There was one thing. There was this one thing I forgot what it's called, where everyone gets rowdy. Ah, this thing. This couldn't be Todoroki's idea, so a concert, most likely. When did you become a party person, Todoroki? I'm not. I thought Aida's suggestion was best, and along those lines. Wouldn't it be best if I suggest a place where everyone could have fun? It's an idea I got from the professional license training course. What kind of training course were they in? I don't think we should say anything. I see. It'll only say it once, but wouldn't that be just as stressful as doing the play? I could teach you guys. And we just see Pinky and Bright Lord two-step. And an amateur with awkward moves mastered the steps in one day. Ashidito's instructions are the real deal. Hold it, amateurs. Dance is a rhythm. In other words, music. The guests will need first-rate music. And coming from Mineta, kinda oddly makes sense. If we're talking about music, and we and it just because of direct straight zoom to earphone jack on the end of the page. What? A live performance with Jiro instruments. Wait a minute. For what for? Not not only are you really good at teaching music, but when you were playing together, it was so much fun. Ashido and everyone else, it's not exactly a hobby rooted in heroism. For me, it's really just a simple hobby. Honestly, it's not something I couldn't be proud enough about to perform. So that was it. That thing today. And Charge Ball's just like getting into her face. It's so cool that you're so good with instruments. Juro-san, it's a skill that may put a smile on people's faces. I think it's well suited in the work of a hero. I understand both of your requests, but it's completely up to Jiro herself. If I don't do it after this much commotion, I wouldn't be very rock and roll of me. Then Class A's program is... Next video we'll play, and we just zoom close to the computer on the YouTube channel. Then Class A's program is, and the next video will play, a live performance and dance with Party Space. Their program is decided. Reflected on the monitor is, and in the last panel of chapter 169, there's a shadow. A blurred up person was on the video monitor. And usually we stop there, but we're going to continue onward into chapter 170. And right off the bat, we see Midoriya and the. Oh god, I can't remember. It'll probably come back to me. Going to see Eri-chan in a long-awaited reunion. Number chapter 170, together with Eri. At the hospital, we see Midoriya and I can't remember, and Aizawa just going to see Eri. It's gonna be complicated bringing her up without what happened a couple of chapters, but hopefully they won't let me have to say it. So, supplementary lessons room. She wants to see Midoriya? Yeah. This request is exclusively for Midoriya and Togata. Give me a sec here. Just having scrolling problems. Hold on. Well, hold on. I need to refresh for a bit. There we go. This is the first time she has asked for anything since being hospitalized. This is this alright? We were told to keep anything that could trigger her memories of the incident away from her. We were worried about a rampage. However, that's not much of a concern at this point. Given the child's current energy level, the probability of another rampage is practically zero. We're sorry we couldn't come to see you earlier. It's an assortment of fruits. If you like them, then eat on up. Do you have a favorite fruit? Can I guess it's peaches? Ain't it? You're a peachy after all. It's apples. Just as I thought. This whole time, even when I had my fever, I was thinking that even while I was being saved, I didn't know your name. And Midoriya's kind of shocked. I only knew Lemillion, and I wanted to know. It's Izuku Midoriya, and the hero name is Deku. Huh. Deku is shorter, so I'll probably be easier to remember. Deku, isn't it? Is it? My name is Deku. Hero name? Oh, it's a compensation. I did it wrong, so it's Izuku. Hero name? Deku is a shorter, but it'll probably be easier to remember. Deku. It is. My name is Deku. It's kind of like a nickname. Deku. Lemillion and Deku. And that man with the glasses? Everyone got really hurt? All because of me? Uh, they haven't told her about Night Eye. Yeah, I have to say at this point, I have no choice at this point. Yeah, at this point, I will have to force to spoil season 4. At the end of the, at the end, the person who showed up at the end of season 3, Yeah, he's gonna die in season 4. Sadly, he dies, and he was kind of Midoriya's and Togata's master at that arc. Yeah. Yeah, he died. Yeah, actually, two people technically die in the arc coming up, but I probably won't say it. So, yeah, for anime fans, yeah, don't watch it at this point. It will contain spoilers at this point. If she finds out, she's blamed everything on herself and tried to shoulder all of the guilt. I'm sorry you all had to experience such painful things, all because of me. She'll find out sooner or later, but right now would be too cruel. It's because of me that Lemillion that you lost, and also yeah, at the like during the fight between the big bad in season 4. Yeah, also yeah, another great loss that Lemillion's quirk is practically gone and erased, probably never coming back. So yeah, Eri-chan, nobody thinks you caused them painful things. Everyone's thinking something more like this. It's great that Eri-chan is safe. It's no use apologizing to people that aren't there. Let's take it easy. Everyone fought because they wanted to see you smiling face. And Erie's just having a hard time smiling. I'm sorry, how do you smile again? Erie. Someone's gonna die because of you. And we get a flashback to the big arc in season 4. Chisaki's influence is still that right. That is right. This child. It would be much easier if it was just you who got hurt. This child is still hasn't been saved at all, and we see a big 2/3 of the panel of the big bad's lingering shadow around her. As long as she doesn't know what it is to truly be happy, what is it to smile? Surprise! Wait, according to the doctor, the horn that activates her quirk is shrinking. The chances of a rampage are low. Aizawa, can Eri go out for even one single day? It's probably not impossible. However, how should I put it? Where she'll be transferred to. Then, this year will be different from past years. Part of the staff will be cut, and the cultural festival will only occur within the school. It it this time it's different. The chances of contact with the outside world are low. Can Erie come too? I see. To the culture festival, can Erie come too? And Toga's got the same idea. And culture festival? Erie, that's a great idea. There is this thing called a culture festival. It's a festival to put on by our school. The students set up events and foods for our students to enjoy. And apples. They probably can they probably even have candy apples. Candy apples? It's an apple that is sweetened to the point of becoming candy. Sweetened. And Erie's just drooling down at the smear mentioned the sweetened apples. Let's talk, and we get to cut away to Aizawa, and let's talk it over with the principal. Well then, Erie, what do you think? I've been thinking ever since ever since I was being saved about the people who saved me, Lemillion and everyone else. I want to get to know them more. I'll tell you about us until you can't take it anymore. Let's start working to get the go ahead from the principal. I'm currently on supervision, so I can be on a conservatively supervised date with Erie, right? Date? A honeymoon couple outing. Honeymoon couple outing? Senpai, what are you doing? What are you saying? They're here, the new arrivals. The guys So I guess we cut away to the police station after that huge scene goes down. They're here. The new arrivals. That guy's video submissions. And we see the police chief talking about someone. Even now, we still can't capture a single scent. Wolf. Quick, trace the source of the submission. Wolf. But we come up with nothing every time. It's fine, just hurry. And we cut away, and we cut away to a convenience store, and a new person comes in. My good sir, in high spirits, I trust. Today, I am conducting a robbery. I've seen you before. You're all over the video sites. You're all over the video sites. And I think that's the subtitles kicking in. Pardon me, but I don't have time to chat with you. Before the heroes arrive, place the cash in the briefcase now. And if you could put 1,000 yen bills in stacks of 10, that would be splendid. Yes, yes. Pack them in 2 at a time. Yes, yes. Pack them in 2 at a time. Drop your weapon! There's 2 heroes come bursting into the convenience store. This is bad. The heroes have come. Are you okay, gentle? Please settle down, La Brava. I've only been interrupted by 2 heroes, so the unflappable gentle. Drop your weapon! 3 more just burst in. A lot showed up. La Brava? I know, gentle. Here is a cut. And we cut away to the outside of the store and we get a full reveal of the criminal, and the J store is bending and wobbling. Wait, gentle, you've forgotten the money. No, La Brava, it's a performance fee. Ha ha ha. The likes of money are not the goal. I wish for my name to be etched into history. Yes, it is I, Gentle. Camera awareness, so cool, Gentle. Is this a joke? Are you serious, Wolf? And we cut away to another person on a very high building. Our total view count is staggering, Gentle, even though that you were so awesome today, too. I wonder why. As I suspect, I have to accomplish greater exploits, and exploits etiquette to conduct. It is a question for the ages, La Brava. I'm searching for it, La Brava. Something that will make me even more extraordinary, exerting expression and tea, and yes, this is our main villain, the Ark. So he's just trying to pour tea into his cup, but his tea just splashes onto La Brava. And that's gotta be very hot tea, and she's probably screaming in agony and pain. And that is chapter 170. So yeah, moving on to 171. If this thing will ever load. Okay, there we go. And so we move on to chapter 171. And the first page is just a big splash screen of the main villains of this arc living lawless. And number chapter 171, Gentle and La Brava. The person who will leave his mark on history is, and we get back to Gentle, and he's just talking and having tea. All Might, brave, Crimson Riot, between the ages of vigilantes and the present day, individuals known as heroes have shined brightly in our history. The ruler of the legends, All for One, the leader of the Special Abilities Liberation Army, Destro, the uncanny thief, Ojirai Hiramata, Likewise, others known as villains have also carved their names into history. And I feel like we're going to learn more. So we already know about the big bad of All for One, and he's currently still inside Tartarus to this day. But we have not seen or heard about Destro, the special abilities Liberation Army Destro, and the Uncanny Thief. So we're probably gonna learn more about these two in later arcs. So we should keep these two in mind. And I'll be right back.